Hi, Leos. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to your February 2026 singles prediction. Today, I'm going to ask my spirit guides what's next in love, what's coming towards you. I do have some charms and initials, so we'll be using those. But what is going on around you? Please use this reading to help you to manifest a love that you are worthy and deserving of, or to confirm a love that's come into your life. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's newly guided here for the first time. Spirit, I call upon you for loving messages. What is it that you have for us today? February, heading into February, everybody. What is it that you have for us for the month ahead? I am listening for you now. Cupid delivers love. Valentine mail. I like that. So a little bit something, message in your inbox, message in your, text message, a call. How do we want to say it? I mean, that's really what would happen. We don't get letters anymore, right? So some kind of call, maybe an anticipated call. I was hoping you'd call. Cupid works together. Ooh, is it somebody that I work with? Uh-oh. Do we know each other through work? Did we meet at work? That might not be for everybody, but it could connect to somebody. Cupid focuses with the heart. So I'm focusing on my heart. I'm following my heart is really how I feel. It's more of a, for once, I'm going to listen to my heart. Maybe I have a tendency to block what I'm really feeling. Maybe I have a tendency to push my feelings away, overanalyze something, not give something a risk, a chance. Cupid shares the effort. I like this seesaw effort. It's balanced. A little bit of a back and forth energy, but we both have to be in it. You can't seesaw. You can't be on this little seesaw all by yourself. It doesn't go up and down. It doesn't go back and forth. It's no fun by yourself. So yeah, I mean, it's an equal effort. So that feels like it's important. I have Cupid dreams. Okay, so how about dreams come true? Cupid's dreams come true. Is that something I can hope for? I would say it's something that I can hope for. Let's see what our cards say. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you need us to know? Standards and boundaries. If you want my heart, you got to follow the rules. Okay, you can see she's kind of holding her heart, saying, I'll give you my heart, but I've got things that I can live with and things that I won't live with. I'm going to put some boundaries around myself. I have a secret admirer. Somebody has feelings for you that hasn't shared, following their heart. I have a partnership, and swans are always soulmates to me. So I have a partnership. I have a new partnership. I have a new love interest, a new love life, something like that. And my heart is on the line. They're sharing with me, ready to risk it all, is what they said. So this call could be somebody who's given a lot of thought to maybe something we talked about, like when you know that you want to be all in. I have a heart. It says on lockdown. So maybe they weren't sharing and expressing themselves, or somebody comes into your energy and you spend some time with them and you feel like you're pulling teeth, or it's not going anywhere, or you're struggling with, why am I struggling with this person? Why am I struggling with what this person wants to tell me? But if they're coming back at you with, I'm ready to ready to risk it all, I feel like that's opening up some doors. So let's see what they're saying. Spirit, please share with me. I have the end. Okay, so packing the bags after an ending. All right. So I'm struggling with, they're packing bags. Maybe we just ended something. I have a Fool. So after every ending, there's a new beginning. They could be afraid of starting new, taking a leap of faith. The 8 of Roses. I have a little cheat sheet because I'm like, what are the roses? The roses are the wands. You know, when they change the suits, it's like, okay, this is my wands. 8 of Wands. Okay, so you can see the shift, leap of faith, flying, shifting in energy. I have a 3 of Swords. So this is my looking for red flags. My heart is on a line. I think that I want to say not necessarily red flags as much as pros and cons. I want to feel like there are some things that I'm really excited about this potential connection. And then maybe there's something that I wish was different. I wish wasn't happening or wasn't connected, but can I live with it? Yeah. Is it a red flag? I don't think it's a red flag as much as it would be easier. It'd be easier if they lived a little closer, something like that. So it's a sense of pros and cons is more how I feel. So I do feel like I am, they're saying trying again, this way, how they just said it to me. So it's a sense of I have to get out there and I have to put in the effort. So somebody's coming up to a stage in their life where they want to try again. To be continued, a cliffhanger. Okay, my hanged man, that's cute. To be continued. And I have the fans. This is my world. That's the starting over. They're calling it the fans. 7 of Swords. I was in a relationship for the wrong reasons. Somebody's starting over and they have kind of those thorns in their side still. They have that, you know, I mean, we can say fear, we can say I'm tired of being hurt, but it's I don't know when I'm going to meet somebody good. And I have to get over that. I have to get over that not everybody's going to hurt me. There's going to be one person that loves me. Beautiful. I have Paradise. This is a sense of starting over. My son. Yeah, I feel like they're trying to encourage you to, I like the tropical drink too. I feel like tropical paradise, like this is paradise. Maybe it's a vacation that we have in the future. Maybe it's our honeymoon, but I feel like it's paradise. Like maybe I like pina coladas or I like fruity drinks with stuff on top, but I want to say this is paradise. There's a sense of I'm in paradise with you. You know, there's just this, you know, is this real energy? So you could be feeling like it's all a dream, it's all a daydream, you're waiting for the bubble to burst, something like that. Bottom of the deck, I have a Queen of Cups. That came into me as I'm giving you my heart. For the first time, I feel like somebody's going to follow their heart. I feel like they've always second-guessed things. They've overanalyzed things. They have struggled with that in the past. I feel like Spirit is saying it's time to move on to what we have for you. We're going to walk into something new, and it is a feeling of, is this real? And is this going to be paradise? So I get the whole anticipation energy. I get the whole, is this going to last? They just said. Spirit, please share with me. I have a pool table. I don't know if it's necessarily playing pool as much as competition. That possibly there's other people that they're talking to and you don't like that, but if you're not in a relationship with this person, they're single. You can't expect to come into an adult's life and not have them have no relationships with anybody. They have friends, they have people that they've been talking to, they have friends that they've been dating, but really isn't going anywhere maybe. So it's really hard to say to somebody, well, I'm looking for somebody who has a completely clean slate. Yes, but people have relationships. They have strings attached to different things. And until they know that they're into something real, they're not going to cut all of those strings. Once they start to see they're in something real, they'll start to say to other people, I think I found somebody. I'm going to kind of focus on that for a while and see where that goes. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't want to see you anymore. So those kinds of things start to happen. But I do feel like there's somebody out there who there's some competition, possibly. I have a Libra. I have a Cancer. I have a handyman working with tools. What's coming into me more is not necessarily the tools, but the word building, looking to build upon something, looking to build a foundation. I don't want a fling. I don't want casual. So somebody who actually is going to put in the effort and build something, I feel like that's something I'm looking for. So that feels important. I have a cat. Okay. Little gray and white cat. Cute. I have chef and the country life. I'm in agreement with both, but it's more of a feeling of homebody energy that I don't mind cooking. I don't mind eating at home. I can buy great groceries and cook a steak. I can cook lobster. I can cook anything for, a lot less than going out to eat. So somebody could be a good cook. Somebody might not mind cooking. And we have kind of this quiet, peaceful life. So it doesn't mean you don't go out. Doesn't mean you're not social. But I prefer, we prefer to eat at home. Maybe we buy all the best foods and somebody's a great cook. But I like the country life. That's coming into me as a sense of I like my peace and quiet. Maybe I have a house that doesn't have a neighbor very close to me. Maybe I have a big property, something like that. But there's a sense of I like my peace and quiet, and I don't like nosy neighbors. So maybe that's important to us. I have travel. I do want to travel. Okay. And I do have Las Vegas. So I do like to do things, but I would say that that's not the main thing. I would say that's every once in a while to go maybe once a year on a vacation. But for the most part, I'm kind of a homebody. I like to do things around the house, around the community. I don't go too far for entertainment, movies at home, things like that. So I feel like whoever I'm looking for, they like to do those things too. And, there's nothing wrong with kind of hanging out is how I feel. Spirit, please share with me any other types of energies around this connection you want me to know. I have a phoenix, a death. Okay, so a death and a rebirth. So after an ending comes a new beginning. So somebody's coming out of something. Somebody has transformed. Somebody is rising above something from their past. They've changed. They are looking for something new. They're starting over. I have a hummingbird, the number 24, the number 23. Being present. I like this rapid response. Ooh, I like that. It's almost they're not going to make you wait 3 days to respond to a message. Maybe they immediately they respond. You know, they're very interested in you. They message you and you get a quick response. So that could be nice. Resilient, sweet goodness. I like that. So they could be really good to you. Maybe that's just a way for them to say really good. I have a chandelier, elegant, sophisticated, beautiful. I'm going to say high class. I feel that I could have a beautiful home. I could have a big, beautiful kitchen. I just soon as cook in my kitchen. So there's a sense of high class, high value, and that could be you. That could be them, or both. But I don't know. Maybe we live a life of luxury. Maybe we will live a life of luxury. Big, beautiful house with a big, chandelier in the dining room and central foyer, and it's gorgeous. Let's see what else we have. I have a Wheel of Fortune, fate, forces of the universe, synchronicities, divine timing. I have to tell you, I'm just looking. I don't normally look at the signs on the Wheel of Fortune, but a couple did jump out at me. Aries, Aquarius is jumping out at me. Taurus, Gemini, Scorpio, Leo just jumped out. So Capricorn just jumped out. So I am getting a lot of different signs. So that feels good. Let's get some initials. Let's see what they have for initials. So first initials, last initials. If you are thinking of somebody, maybe this will confirm for you. I've got this beautiful bowl of pink Scrabble tiles. And we're just going to see what these say today. So let me see what I have. I have the letter E, I have a W, I have another E, we. There's going to be a we. I like when there's a we, our, us. I have an A. I have a B. I have an O, letter O, bow, my bow. Okay. I have a T. I have an I. I have an E, booty. Hopefully it's not a booty call. I have a V. I have an A. I have an I. I have another V. And I have the letter T. Okay. So that is our letters. First initials, last initials. Okay. So those might make sense to some of you. Spirit, what else do you need us to know about this connection? I like the high class. I like that. There's a sense of sophistication, class. They're using the word honor. So I'm going to say honor, respect, disciplined, they just said. So boundaries, something like that. Those are all good things. I will take any of those. Spirit, share with me. What is it that you need me to know? I have an Empress. I have a Knight of Swords. I have a Knight of Pentacles, and I have a Nine of Pentacles. They're saying within a short period of time, I'm going to start to feel really secure in this connection. So this person probably makes you feel safe, probably makes you feel that they're sincere, that their intentions are real. This person is moving this forward very steadily. I would say it that way. A little bit of a charging ahead. They're saying they're not. I'm asking about the Knight of Swords, and they're saying they're not holding back. So, the Knight of Swords has a tendency to be the insert foot in my mouth card. So there's a little bit of a, I'm not holding back. I think that there's a gentleman. I think there's a lady. I think that we both have class. So we're not saying things that are sleazy and seductive. I feel like, but I'm not holding back either. I'm not holding back that I'm very attracted to you, or I want to be intimate with you at some point. So I think that those things are going on around you. I have a 9 of Wands. I have a 6 of Wands. I have a Wheel of Fortune again. Okay. And I have a 2 of Swords. The 9 of Wands came into me as I'm not afraid to be vulnerable. And that's a good thing. That felt like we're getting to the stage of real feelings. I think when we get into, I'm going to share with you some things that were really hurtful in my past, or how I really feel about my childhood. Those are vulnerable times. Those are vulnerable conversations. So I feel like this person and you are getting to that stage very quickly. And it exposes you, they're saying. It exposes you to the fear of, I'm definitely kind of all in. I'm definitely starting to feel this. But I also don't want to deny that I feel like you're supposed to be in my life with that Wheel of Fortune. I don't want to push this away. So I have to make my mind up. The feeling of the text call, the call coming in, and then me feeling that they're ready to risk it all would be my 2 of Swords, where I take off that blindfold, I unfold my arms, and I take off that guard, and I say, I'm ready to be all in. So somebody who maybe takes a step back for a little bit and then comes back again and says, I really do want this. I want to prove to you, I'm a magician. I want to prove to you that I want to be in this. I wasn't sure whether I was ready for this. I wasn't sure whether I could commit to a relationship, not necessarily commit to you, but to a relationship. Sometimes people come into our lives and we're not really looking for a relationship, but it's a great person. And we say to ourselves, you know, we'd be crazy to push this away. I wasn't looking for this. But then they take a minute to think about it and say, well, when is this going to come into my life again? So I think that that could be going on in somebody's mind. Let's see. Let's get some of these. These are my little charms for Valentine's Day. And then I have some other charms for you. So let's see what these little hearts say. So let's see what they want you to know. I have a sweetheart. You're my sweetheart. I have XOXO, kisses, leaving you notes on the counter. I have love. It is love. I'm going to have feelings for you. I have another sweetheart. They're multiples because there's only a handful of them. So we get sweethearts. I have hug me, hold me. They said that they don't want to push this away. They feel the affection. So they've had some time to think about, you know, can I give it all? Can I be in this? Is what's going on. I have another love, and then I have a kiss me. So I do feel the affection coming in with those. I feel like I am starting to have feelings for you. I'm starting to wonder, you know, is this going to turn into something so much more? So you could be thinking the same thing, Spirit's saying, is this going to be something so much more? Let's get some charms. So I have some beautiful Valentine's Day charms for you guys. And I'm just going to get a scoop, and I'm going to go over here and see. They have some letters in here too. And I'm going to see what they have. All right, let me get the letters first. So I have a V. I have an E, I have an H, and I have a Y. Okay. I have a wink, wink, flirty, winking, somebody who can wink. I have an I love you. Okay. I have a hug me. I have another wink. So this is flirty energy to me. It just feels like somebody who maybe has that kind of fun, playful energy in the beginning. Nice. I have sweet talk. Now that felt like text messages. And the winks could even be wink emojis. You know, like it's like I've got a little bit of a crush on you. It's sweet talk. It's a little wink. It's a little smiley face, little hearts, little XOs, something like that. Oh, so cute. All right, let's see. I've got a teddy bear with a heart. I like to hug you. I feel the affection. I will say that. I feel like it's somebody who's affectionate. So somebody who likes to hug, kiss, hold hands, things like that. I'll take that. I have a sundae. Okay. Ice cream sundae. So maybe that's something that we do. We go out for ice creams, you know, and we get, you know, or we were out to dinner and that's one of the desserts is, you know, some kind of big ice cream. So maybe that's something that I'm definitely excited about. Maybe I've got a sweet tooth. And what is this? It looks like a bowl of soup. And I'm just asking Spirit what this is. They're saying sharing. Okay. All I can think of is when you go to a Asian restaurant and they have like, you know, how sometimes they have like soups for two and then they give you separate bowls. That's all I can think of is that we pick something and we're sharing it. So that's telling me that we like the same foods, that we may both pick the same thing and say, hey, let's get that and share it and let's get, you know, some an appetizer. But it was sharing. We're sharing the food. So I'm going to say you like the same foods, which I think is important in a relationship. I think that you both have to have not the same taste, but pretty similar tastes. So, you know, I think it just makes it a little bit easier. But it felt like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll go for that. So a lot of sharing was the word. I'll take sharing. Okay. So that made me feel very comfortable, didn't it? Spirit, can you share with me some loving messages? What does this person want me to know in the future? What is coming our way? If you're doing this as a confirmation, great. Let's see what the loving messages are. I took you for granted. I won't make that mistake twice. So maybe something happened early on. There was a sense of a pause, and maybe we're waiting for that text and call. And it was kind of like, I'm not waiting for you. I'm not going to chase you. You know, if you weren't going to call, I wasn't going to call you. So I think that there's some of that going on, at least in the beginning. You can't scare me away. I'm here for the long haul. I do feel like we do cross that bridge, that we both realize that we do want a longer term connection. And there's Spirit saying it just takes us a little while to get there, but that's okay. I feel like one person wasn't necessarily out looking for a relationship. Maybe they didn't have a relationship on the radar screen. They had maybe given up the search and said, you know, if something comes along, great, but if not, I'm not going to, you know, hunt it down. It's so good with you. I never want to leave. Yeah, so you're going to be happy together. I find it attractive when you accept my compliments. It's nice. Our time feels limited, and I want to hold this moment forever. How about quality time? That because there's a sense of quality about both of you. There was a sense of high class, high value, sophistication, luxury earlier. So maybe quality time is really important to us, that when we do spend time, we do something with our time. We go places, we plan things, we we give each other undivided attention, things like that. So maybe it's more about quality time. There's not a promise I wouldn't strive to keep. So that tells me I have that honor. I had heard honor earlier, ethical, something like that. Let's see when. Let's see what they have for a timeline. Spirit, when is this love coming? I have tomorrow looks promising, the number 33. Okay. Doesn't get any better than tomorrow. I've got flippers back here, so I'm going to get the flippers. The number 43, next couple of months. I have the number 18 in April. Okay, so they're pretty in the near future here. And I have June. So any of those are nice as far as timeline. But the overall energy I love the I'm in paradise. I liked that. I liked the somebody's ready to risk it all. I loved that. So I feel like the call that's coming in, it's somebody who's made a decision that, okay, maybe I wasn't looking for this, maybe I wasn't expecting this, but I also don't want to be crazy enough to push away a good thing when I see it. So I feel like that's going on. So let's put this out to the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, I appreciate you being here. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you. Comment below, claim it, own it, it's yours. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please check out my website at KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com. Also, check out my other two channels, my Pick a Card channel, my Twin Flame channel, and I'll put the links in the description. I hope you enjoyed your February prediction, and we'll see you all again real soon.